So.
Your American broadcasters hosting this event, I was speaking to a couple of them behind the scenes, and even them are saying to me that we believe that the Wilder fight will never happen. We believe that Joshua will move broadcasters, and I know nothing's signed or sealed, and that fight will become impossible to make.
Well, again, speculation, as I've said in many interviews before, I think with you as well. Showtime are our broadcast partner. This is our 6th fight with them or 5th fight with them. They backed us at the start. They get every opportunity to continue. Will he go on another broadcaster? That is not our plan. So, and we don't want. You have to understand. We want the Wilder fight. Joshua. Doesn't matter if I don't want the Wilder fight. Joshua's in control of his entire career. He wants the Wilder fight. It doesn't matter what I say. But forget that. I want to make the biggest fights out there. I want to make as much money as I can. For my fighters, for me, for everybody. Therefore, that's the fight. And it will happen. And if it doesn't happen in the next 10, 11 months, we'll miss the opportunity because of all the mandatories. But we won't join another network and risk losing the Wilder fight because of politics.
So what's your ideal scenario and what's the more realistic scenario?
So my ideal scenario is, firstly, Joshua has the fight of his career on Saturday night. He has to win. If he wins on Saturday night, my idea is that he fights Deontay Wilder by the end of 2018. The options are either go straight into that fight and just do 2 fights this year, boxing in October, November, or box in July or August and then box Wilder in December. But either way, it has to happen in 2018. And that's what I say about the Whyte fight. I love that fight. It's massive. And I can pay Deontay Wilder double what he's ever earned to take that fight. So it's not like, it shouldn't be a hindrance, that offer. You know, oh, he's trying to put this fight into it. No, I'm trying to give you a load of money for a fight that you believe you can win and will make your value in the Joshua fight even bigger and will make that fight even bigger. And our interim fight might be in America to raise our profile for the pay-per-view when it happens. It's just smart business. But these guys sometimes just ego and they don't sit down. And what he needs to do is sit down, call me, and I will explain exactly the situation and the path. Then he hasn't got to hear it third hand through 3 different managers.
Have the WBC made Whyte mandatory yet? Or are you expecting them to soon? Or Brazil is...
Or they may order a final eliminator. Brazil, someone said to me the other day, Brazil's mandatory. No way. He won an eliminator for the world title. He didn't win a final eliminator. Dillian Whyte is #1. There is no mandatory called yet. They may call a final eliminator or they may make Dillian Whyte mandatory. Don't have to be mandatory. If it's a voluntary challenge, if Wilder accepts his fight now, we give him a rematch clause. If it's a mandatory, he won't have a rematch clause. So actually, it's another reason to take the fight now. But you know, it's very frustrating because sometimes it can all be so simple, but people make it so complicated.
So just finally on Wilder, if he's watching now, what message do you have directly for him?
It's not about goading him. It's not about do this, do that, and what he feels is like being ordered to do stuff. It's just basic business principles. If you want to make a load of money, if you want to be a superstar, speak to Razaban and he'll give you my number.
But he never answers.
No. But the bottom line is, know this, and all I hear in interviews from him is, Hearn doesn't want to fight. Mate, you could not be more wrong. Could not be. You don't think me, you know me. You don't think I want to put on the biggest fight in world boxing. What would be the point of being a promoter and doing my job if that's not what I wanted? I believe Joshua wins the fight. So why not?